It's Mischief Night, it was Mischief Night, 1986. The sun is eclipsed on the town of Epoch Junction, small town located on the outskirts of what is called the Whimper Woods. Some teenage friends have gotten together to shake the town up a bit. What they don't know is that the sun should be rising now. It's 5 a.m., now Halloween day. It is still dark as it was last night. It is still as dark as it was last night, maybe even darker.
These things are true. The world is dark, and we are alive for now.
So, there's our setting. We're going to start off by speaking some truths. This is where, if you want to have pen and paper, you can certainly write these down. Or if you want to write them in the chat, that's cool too. Once we start our truths and I say, we're going to begin gameplay, I'm going to go into the 10 Candles Halloween chat. And I'm going to start the timer. Is that at the end of the 18 minutes, even if you have not failed your rolls, that scene will end and we will move on to the next scene to emulate kind of like a live candle. Okay, so when formulating truths, like I said, I'm going to be with you guys. I'm going to tell truths with you until we get halfway through. At that point, you guys will be telling all the truths. This is kind of how I'm going to change things around a bit. So I'm going to tell a truth to kind of help, quote unquote, them along. We don't know what them is yet. I don't even know what them is yet. But we're going to figure it out. Your truths that you speak do not have to be positive. They don't have to be negative. It's just a truthful thing. It can be something along the lines of, in the woods, there are a bunch of lost bear traps that no one's been able to find. Something like that. And that'll help narrate the story a bit. We're going to try to keep as many of the truths that haven't been found yet into play in the story. But just know that the truths that we speak for that scene are true for that scene. Doesn't matter what happened in the past or anything. We'll try to stick to that if we can. But what is going on in that candle scene at that time is the most important thing. So if you want something to continue to be true that hasn't come along yet, let me know and we can either re-speak it back into the truths, or we can say, hey, we forgot about whatever it may be. Okay? And that's just to help story narration along, because at the end of this, we're going to end up saying, 40, 50 truths, and I'm not going to remember all of them. So the first truth always is,
the world is dark.
Now, Clayton, why don't you go ahead and give us a truth?
Casper just re-upped, so he's loaded with green.
Josh, why don't you go ahead and give us a truth? Doesn't have to specifically be about your character, just about maybe something you might want to happen. And again, the truth is something to help push the story forward and also possibly to help move you to your moment.
My father doesn't think I'm a good enough football player.
Okay. All right. Trish, you're up.
The town has a population less than 300 people.
Okay, and I'm going to give a truth. Clayton, you're up.
The cops in this town are good old boys that hate kids.
Jack?
The old church in the center of town that's boarded up is known to be haunted.
Trish?
A thunderstorm started to start, but there's still no lightning. It's dark, but you hear thunder.
Okay. Is a storm coming in, or are we just hearing thunder?
It's coming in.
Okay. The next truth is going to be, you remember hearing stories of a ritual being done in the woods. Oh, here's how we're going to do this. You were in the woods near what you have heard to be a ritual site. So the very last truth is...
And we are
alive.
Okay.
For
So-
now.
So from the truths that we have put together, we have 10 candles. Means we have 10 dice. Start in the woods near what you think or what you have heard to be a ritual site.
Oh,
Markings on the ground or clues, you guys. This is the place that we heard all those stories about.
why'd I let you drag me out here?
I told you I was gonna buy your next stash, dude.
Plus, you probably won't catch you smoking shit out here anyway.
That is,
Yeah, but those stories are gruesome. I mean, that's some gruesome shit, man.
Really?
Like
How
my-
old are you?
What?
Jesus Christ, really? They're just
that's
stories.
just
Fucking baby.
Just as she says a fucking baby, you hear a in the distance.
Fuck. Did you hear that? Dude, you hear that?
yeah, dude.
Look. There's supposed to be wolves out here or something.
So you heard that, Trish?
Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, we're in the fucking middle of the woods. What do you expect to hear out here?
I'm gonna start walking closer to the growl. I want to know what's going on.
Dude, don't go over there.
Come on, just come on.
It's your funeral, dude.
As you walk closer to
Alright.
the growl, you hear it one more time. It's louder this time, and it kind of stops you in your tracks after you see the bushes ruffle right in front of you.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not messing with that shit. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm no.
And
No,
I'm not even waiting for the two of them. I'm just like going the opposite direction because
Okay, are you running or walking?
I'm just backing away.
Okay.
Unless I see something, but I'm not gonna deal with it.
Okay.
Man, fucking leave the armadillo alone, man.
What do you think you're gonna do with it? You know, if it's a dog or something, it's gonna bite you. Like,
You got any of those brownies? That last batch I made was like perfect. I think maybe if we feed it a brownie.
And I ain't wasting my brownie on no rabid chipmunk. Fuck that. I'm with Trish. Where we going? All right, I'm still geeked. It's fucking Halloween night, man. It's Halloween night. We gotta do some mischief, not fuck with armadillos in the woods, man.
But that's the point. It's Halloween. We need to find the creepy shit.
Trish, just as he says it's Halloween night, you look at your watch and you realize that it's actually 5 a.m.
The fuck?
It's 5 a.m. Halloween day.
yeah. All right. What does everyone else's watch say? Because this is saying it's 5 a.m. That's bullshit. There's no way. This is what I get for trusting Jake in the back of the school, but selling this fake ass watches. Oh,
Man, I just got a new swatch. This thing's got the right time, man. It's the latest technology, dude. It's awesome. It's fucking 5 something. 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, if you guys don't want to check this out, I'm gonna look over at it again and kind of contemplate.
Have fun getting eaten, or mauled, or rabies, whatever the fuck that thing has.
And you hear again.
I'm gonna like unfashion my skateboard from between my body and my backpack. So I got like my skateboard in my hand, like I'm gonna whack a fucking dog if it jumps out at me or something.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep moving away from the sound with Trish. Like, I think we need to get out of here like a lot quicker. Because I really don't want to fuck with no dog.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm gonna reposition my backpack though, so it's kind of like in the front of me, and
Okay.
kind of partially unzipped.
Okay. And just as soon as you guys start to go away, you hear the bushes rustle a little bit, and you hear, and you see something pop out, and it's a raccoon.
Serious.
Take off running.
Okay. All right.
It's got thumbs! It's got fucking thumbs, run!
Cool.
How fucking high are you, Jesus?
And he's just full tilt screaming, fucking thumbs. They got thumbs, man.
Okay, and that'll bring us to our first roll, because you're running high as hell through the dark woods. None of you said a truth to where you had a flashlight. So why don't you go ahead and roll exclamation point 10d6.
We're in the middle of
And that is a success. So why don't you go ahead and narrate? I'm assuming you get out of there scot-free?
I just take off running, and I get to a distance where you guys can't hear me anymore.
Okay.
So you're not sure. You know I was running towards the road. At least you think that was the way we came towards the road, that we jumped off to go out in this woods to check out the ritual site. And I was as fast as I could, and you heard me screaming about thumbs, and then the voice just kind of got away from you, and it went silent.
All right. How about you guys? Are you running or are you walking?
I'm just walking back the way we came, I guess. We originally came into the woods.
Okay. And as you guys are walking, you hear thunder crashing all around you. No lightning, just thunder crashes.
If it starts raining, I swear to fucking God.
What are you gonna do? Cry some more? You're just gonna get wet. I mean,
Excuse
let's
me?
just do
I do not cry. I just don't want to get wet. And this has just been the dumbest idea ever. What were we expecting to find out here? We found a fucking raccoon. What did we do?
We didn't look. He ran away. We didn't even move any leaves. Let's come back out here later. We'll come back out in the daytime and see if we can find anything, and then we'll come back Halloween night.
All right, I can't Halloween night, but you can go right ahead.
Okay, and you guys are walking through the woods still. You can kind of hear, as you're walking further down, you can kind of hear Casper, like, still panting. He's trying to catch his breath because all the weed he's been smoking. His lungs are like, and, yeah, and you hear the thunder crash one more time. It seems like it's getting closer.
So, do we see Casper yet, or do we just hear him?
You can hear him breathing. You're getting close to him. You can but you hear him breathing. He's like, fucking
Yeah,
thumbs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk towards and see until I can maybe see him. I guess to find out where he went.
All right, and you find him, and he's there, kind of like hunched over. Fucking thumbs. Holy shit. All right.
Raccoon, man.
I'm just gonna like whack him across the back like really hard.
All right.
That,
You must be so
Dude.
in brickweed.
Dude.
1986, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smoking that frozen brickweed, dude. You gotta get that better weed.
Dude, haven't you seen Critters? It's the same thing, man. Fucking little creepy raccoon people. Once they get opposable thumbs, they can open the doors and they can't hide from them. Fuck that shit, man.
When you
Where
guys
the fuck's the road?
when you guys make it to where Casper is right now, you can see the sign lit up on the side of the road that says "Welcome to Epoch Junction," where time stands still. It says population 287 people.
Time stands still where nothing ever fucking exciting happens.
You're looking at the town, and you imagine that this is the same neighborhood that Mr. Rogers lives. Every house looks like that picturesque, white picket fence house. And since it's 5:00, you see people started to move around and get ready for work.
So, like, there's still power in the city. The streetlights are still on and everything.
For now, yep.
Okay. Fuck.
Hey, Casper, you mind if I come over to your place and just get high and crash for a little bit with you?
Oh, yeah. I got the best setup in my mom's basement, dude. And she works all night. She doesn't get off work till like 11. Got the shit shift at the diner today. Your dad been riding me again?
Yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to win the state championship and get out of here.
Dude.
Yeah, get
You
out.
can make the. I mean, the town's not so bad, man, but we gotta get the big city life. That's where it's at.
It's gotta be, because this, everybody knowing your shit, everybody in your shit.
Fucking police out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Trish, you okay? Things good at your place? You could come over and hang out. I ain't being funny.
Yeah.
Just so it's known, Jack would not have cop issues because he's like the star football player. So that's why that's really, so you know damn well you're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'll come over. My nan's got my key, so I'm sure she won't mind if I tell her, whatever.
All right, cool. And I dropped my skateboard and I just kind of skate along with these guys.
All right. And as you're moving towards Casper's house, you see the creepy church. It's kind of like right in the middle of town. It is just the seminal creepy creaks every time the wind blows. It's boarded up. There's a graveyard in the front with a iron fence around it. The bell still chimes every hour. It's creepy.
When I was saying truth, I totally pictured the house from It Too, just church style. Like
That's kind of,
just,
and I honestly, that's what I thought too. Okay, yeah, we can roll with that.
Good. All right. So we didn't find anything in the woods.
You hear the thunder crash
Let's
again.
stop.
And you look over at the church and you see in what little bit of window there is left, there's like a stained glass window at the top, and it's of literally Jesus hanging from the cross dead. But you look at it very quickly and you can kind of see him do this. It looks like he points at you and it goes back, and it's looking at you, Jack.
Being a very loyal Christian football player in this town, I would definitely All right, so I haven't had any of your new shit, but Jesus just pointed at me.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Yeah, dude, he totally gave me the Jesus. I don't know. I think he went something like this. That I'm gonna call that the Buddy Christ. Christ just he pointed at me.
I mean, even if you directly didn't take anything from Casper, I'm sure there's enough coming off of him that, you know, fuck, this whole town would be high enough. Just from the Casper. Fuck.
Yeah, he does have some good beats sometimes.
Most of the town is high because of me. Yeah.
And as Jack is telling you guys about the Buddy Christ pose that Jesus just gave him in the stained glass window, the bell chimes 6 times. It is now 6 a.m. and the church door swings open because the wind is so strong now with that approaching storm.
Now, would this it being 6 a.m., like, would that be surprising from us walking to the woods, or is that like it's time's moving really fast?
It's surprising to you because it's 6 a.m. and it's still dark.
Okay. Well, because it was just 5 a.m., so I didn't know if we just spent that much time or not.
Yeah, you guys have just been kind of moseying along. Nobody really wants to go home. It's Halloween's on a Saturday. You know, Jack doesn't want to go home because his dad's an asshole. And, you know, typically, Trish, when your parents or your mom or your grandma is looking for you, you hear them yell, Patricia, Patricia. And you kind of like, you get chills to your bones just because you hate being called Patricia.
Right.
So the church, does it have like a stairway leading up to it?
Sure does.
And like a nice metal handrail down that stairway?
Oh, yeah.
Dude. It's a sign.
All right, you gotta go, but you gotta go up the rail, kick flip, kick the door shut, and land it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit ain't happening. I'm just gonna grind that rail down. Man, Jesus pointed at you and opened that door and showed me that rail. I ain't like ready to be pulling off no fucking big tricks.
All right, well, let's go open the door, and then you can ride from the inside out, and then jump up on the rail.
All right, you still got that Polaroid?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, totally, dude.
All right. Awesome. So yeah, I'll climb the stairs of the church and set up to go out the door of the church and try to grind down the rail so he can take a Polaroid of the church behind me.
You know what you gotta do.
Just make sure you get a picture when he falls fucking on his face, you know, because he busts his ass.
Oh, you don't think I could pull this off?
Well, either way.
All right. Put your money where your mouth is, and if I land this trick, when we get back to my place, you finish that bong with me.
An 8 says you don't do it.
You're on. Trish?
Either way, it's gonna be good. If you do it, great. If you don't, on your face, great.
All right, check this shit out.
Oh boy, not only do you do it, but you do it in style. Hold on. I get one. I have one in my dice pool. And actually, you know what? The timer just ended. That's gonna blow out our candle.
That's not a bad spot to end the scene, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna end our first candle. And we're gonna start. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, usually the candle blows out on something bad happening.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And since I succeeded that roll, can I narrate the bad thing that happens that takes us to our next candle?
Oh, well, you succeeded, so you can narrate it however you want.
Okay, so totally coming out of the church, kicks flips up to the rail, grinds down, kick flips off, and right before he lands, an unseen force snatches him out of the air and drags him into the church, and the door slams shut.
All right.
Oh.
And I'm assuming that in that time when you were about to do the trick and doing the trick, Josh, you took a picture of that?
Oh yeah, I was just about to say I want to see the picture of what I saw.